Well, hello, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making homemade onion rings, but these aren't any ordinary onion rings. These are what I'm going to call a restaurant quality onion ring. You might have heard of the WhistleStop Cafe in the movie Fried Green Tomatoes. Well, this is the WhistleStop brand that was born from that movie, and they have a whole line of food products that are absolutely wonderful. And today I'm using their onion ring batter mix. Now I'm starting with basically one huge onion. I had a good friend, Miss Mona, bring by some onions for me the other day that her son had grown, and I've already sliced them. And I'm slicing them this thickness. You can slice them to whatever thickness that you like. The recipe on the back of the box calls for 2 onions, but these were so big, I decided to just slice one and go from there. Now I have my oil. I'm using peanut oil. You can fry in any kind of oil that you like. But I've got enough oil to cover the bottom of my pan, and I'm heating my oil to a medium-high heat, or otherwise 375 degrees. This batter mix is so easy to use. We're basically just using the mix and some water. That's it. Now, the recipe on the back of the box calls for a cup to 1 1/4 cups of water. I'm going to start with 1 cup, and if I want to add more, I can do that. You can add a little more, but you can't take away. And that looks about right. Now I'm just going to whisk this together, and if you like a thick batter, I would say add a cup. And this is what you're going to get. Now I want a little bit of a thinner batter. So I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of my water, which is the full 1 1/4 cup. Look at this batter. Isn't it beautiful? You know, I've tried so many onion ring recipes and I've never been able to get it just right. But this turns out perfect every single time. Now, I'm just going to add a few of these onions, and I'm going to give it a toss in this batter. I'm going to add just a few at a time. Let's go ahead and test this one. I'm going to go ahead and add a few more. If you want to fry in a Dutch oven, or even if you have some type of deep fryer, feel free to use it. But for me, a cast iron skillet is always the best. Now I'm just going to keep an eye on these. Ooh, look at this. See what I mean by restaurant quality? These are amazing, and to me there's nothing better than fresh onion rings. I have always loved onion rings, even as a child. If I got the chance to go to a restaurant that had onion rings, I was sure to order them. They've always been my favorite, and I still order them at restaurants, and a lot of times I'm disappointed because I can tell that they weren't fresh, that they've been sitting for just a little while. But not today. They just don't come any fresher than this. While those are finishing up, I'm going to add a few more onions. Yum. I have a pan lined with a paper towel, and I like placing a little rack over my pan. If possible, it's always better if you can place your fried food on a rack versus directly on the paper towel. That way it doesn't absorb oil. Make sure that you will allow the batter to set. And what I mean by that is don't disturb these onion rings once you drop them in your hot oil. If you do, you'll pull the batter off. So just let them sit until you feel like they're ready to be turned. I'm frying up my last batch of onion rings, and I've still got a good bit of batter left over. I would say maybe a third from what I started with. So definitely 2 large onions will work perfect with this. It'll feed the entire family. I just can't wait a minute longer. It smells so good in our kitchen. Oh, these onion rings turned out beautifully. See what I mean? Restaurant quality. They're absolutely gorgeous. And I cooked little bits and pieces too. Sometimes when you're cutting your onions, they don't all slice in circles, and I actually like these. I have a little bit of ranch dressing. I'm going to dip this in, and let's go in for the taste test. What can I say other than they're off the charts? There's not a restaurant in town that serves onion rings better than these that you can make right in your own kitchen. Just look for your WhistleStop brand. And if you're not a fan of the onions, this is delicious on mushrooms, green beans, squash, just any kind of fresh vegetable that you want. So, so good. I hope that you'll try this. Look for it in your local grocery stores. You're a blessing to me. Thanks so much for watching. Will you press the like button and share this video with your friends? And also, if you haven't already, subscribe to Kathy's Southern Kitchen on Facebook and YouTube. Well, I'll see you next time. Bye.